I'm currently in Trondheim, Norway, and what you're about to watch will change the way that you view aliens forever. For hundreds of years, people have been spotting alien activity in this valley located in central Norway. We're talking lights, orbs. It looks like it happens almost every night. They're literally visiting this place frequently. I want answers. These aren't your typical run-of-the-mill UFO sightings. Some are so out of this world, it'll send shivers right up your spine. They even have 24-hour surveillance and scientists working on this project full-time who I'm gonna talk to. And they've invited me to what they call the hunt. But with so many reported sightings, why is nobody else talking about this? Are the governments around the world hiding Hesdalen from us? Well, today, I'm gonna find out. This is our Airbnb. Our Airbnb. That's right. I didn't come out here alone. I brought Dave with. You can't go to unfamiliar places without a man that's Irish. Also, Isaac's holding the camera. This place is going to be our UFO HQ for the next 24 hours. This is beautiful. You have a gorgeous home. Good to meet you. Wow, look at this. This is crazy. Wow. You ever see any UFOs?
2 times.
You've seen twice?
Yeah, twice.
From in here?
Yeah, and there.
Seems like everyone's seen one but us.
Yeah, everyone's seen one but us, so it's time, right?
We're on the right place to see them.
We're in the right place. Hearing that even our Airbnb host has seen aliens was difficult to process. But almost everything he says is hard to process because I don't speak Norwegian.
Det blir bra.
Yeah, it's gonna be very fun. Yeah, we're excited. Yeah.
Det var bra.
Clearly, I'm in over my head. Or maybe that's just the jet lag, but I had almost no time to spare. I had 2 very important scientists to meet who have been studying this valley for over 30 years.
Hi, welcome.
Fred?
Yes.
All right. This is Fred. Loves coffee, aliens, and has actual proof that aliens have visited Norway frequently.
Very traditional Norwegian coffee.
Okay. I've seen this coffee before in Dave's homeland. I call this mud water. This is Erling, a professor who spent much of his life researching UFOs in Norway. Fred and Erling have a research facility with 360-degree views of the valley and insisted that we take the 3-mile hike to ensure that the state-of-the-art equipment is set up properly for our UFO hunt later on. This is essential to making sure that if we see something tonight, we capture it properly. When we arrived at the hike, I realized how severely underdressed we were. You know that I only hike with the best hiking shoes on the planet, Crocs. The fact that Crocs hasn't actually sponsored this channel yet is an abomination. I was dominating this hike until the unthinkable happened.
Isaiah, we're like 30 feet up.
It's fine. It gets worse.
We're almost there yet?
It's half an hour.
Not even close, dude.
I did warn you.
These Crocs were absolutely destroying this hill. I'm not cold at all. In fact, these Crocs have incredible drainage. You might think that a UFO is only seen at night, but according to Erling and Fred, it's rather common to spot a UFO in this valley in broad daylight, meaning our chance of seeing our first alien aircraft might happen on this hike. Strangely, I'm not that nervous. Maybe it's because I'm distracted by my soaking wet feet. This is the valley where there's all of the sightings.
This is probably in the hot spot.
Where do you think the most UFO activity is happening in here?
Well, we have seen it out on the lake.
Okay.
It's been seen moving and also in the other direction. And the camera system has caught light coming.
From this direction as well.
Yeah.
There's not that many people that live out here either, it doesn't seem. No. How many sightings do you think are happening like a month in this valley?
I would guess around 10.
10 sightings a month. Wow. I imagine if there was a lot of people here, you would see stuff more often. How long has the white box been here for?
It was set up in 2017. Inside, here's the control room.
This is where all the magic happens.
Yes.
They're running all the time?
It's running all the time.
Wow. But that wasn't the only thing that was running. Oh, wow.
Do we need to empty it again?
Yeah, but it's not completely full.
Oh, right in the nick of time. Erling went on to explain some of the more notable sightings in the valley.
There was some boys who was camping on one of the hills over there and ready with the cameras and was looking in this direction. And if you see where the sun is, there's a mountain there. There is a valley, and they saw a bright light between the mountains, and it moved slowly beneath it. It illuminated part of the lake, and they could follow it, moving towards in that direction, towards the south, and before it disappeared behind the mountain you see there. The strange thing that some very short time after it had disappeared behind that mountain, there was a ring of light down in this lake,
In the water.
in the water. Those who see it, they could be a little bit frightened.
So some of these things like are tracking the weather, I'm assuming. Some of them are tracking sounds, you say.
Magnetometer, magnetic field,
Right, magnetic fields.
electrical pulses from the ground.
You know, you hear like UFO stories of people talking about UFOs. It's always like so different, but it seems like of the stories you've told me, a lot of times it's like such a similar experience. After helping do a couple repairs on the research facility, we made our hike back down the mountain to prepare for the UFO gathering later in the evening. Buddy up. Yeah. Crocs need to work on their traction control. That or I need to stop wearing them during hikes. And after that hike, I was obviously getting pretty hungry. Oh my God. All right, back at the Airbnb. I am starving. Lucky for me, I have some pre-made meals ready to just go directly into my stomach. Fall is an incredibly busy season for me. And to make sure that I'm eating healthy and skipping the grocery store, I use Factor. You use Factor?
I want to.
Yeah, well, Dave's an idiot, and he's on his way to the grocery store right now. He thinks he can beat me, and while I prepare my fresh, never frozen meal from Factor, Isaac's gonna try to make a meal. Go. My favorite thing about these things is that they actually literally only take 2 minutes, and it's a chef-prepared meal every single time. Fresh, never frozen. Super easy. All I need is, oh, look at this, the scissors. I just gotta poke this thing a couple times. Pop, 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 pop. 2 minutes, baby. Factor can adjust to your specific health goals. So if you're trying to get shredded, you can do the Protein Plus diet and get 30 grams of protein or more per serving. Are you just planning on eating cooked butter or?
Buttering the pan for my egg.
I imagine Dave is about halfway to the grocery store, where it's probably busy too. I'm almost done. I got a minute left, baby. Factor's also super flexible, so, you know, if I need to adjust the size, like I'm eating too much, or, you know, if I'm out of town for the week, I can just pause it. My meal's almost done. 9 seconds left. This place have forks. All right, prepared beautifully, ready to be eaten. How's yours going?
It actually looks insane.
Choose from over 34 weekly flavor-packed meals. I'm not kidding, guys. This stuff is incredible. Use the link in the description and get yours today. All right, see if we can find some aliens. Let's get out of here.
Dude, I haven't even eaten yet.
Dude, that's not my problem. Let's go. It's 30 minutes until the hunt. And at this point, I've heard a lot of stories, and I've witnessed the insane amount of equipment that they're using to track these aliens. I'm ready to see something incredible. What I didn't realize is that people from around the world are here with the same objective. If I'm gonna see a UFO, it's tonight at this gathering.
So we just pulled up this like hut thing. I mean, that's a terrible description. This place is insane.
This is called the UFO Outpost. Yeah, it's literally called that.
Anyways, basically a bunch of people are gonna show up here. I don't know anybody here except for Fred and Erling. Just do a little bit. Oh. Wow. Wow, Isaiah, that's going in.
Had a lot of airplane food.
That's true. I just walked into it.
And we just walked into Alien Valley. These other visitors from around the world are UFO witnesses, engineers, and programmers. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder how the heck I got myself into this situation, as it's starting to feel a whole lot more real. Can you see, it's like way off in the distance, there's like a tower. That's where we were this morning. That's right. Up on that ridge is where we were earlier today, setting up cameras and other equipment to make sure that we don't miss the perfect opportunity to see a UFO. Tonight is like the perfect night. It's clear out. We should see a UFO, hopefully.
I'm kind of scared.
I mean, like, as we're driving, I'm not joking, as we're driving through like the valley and stuff, the stories that I've been told up to this point, you sort of just expect to see something. This is the first time that I'm on site with a literal expert. If I'm gonna see a UFO, it's gonna be tonight. Where do you feel like they appear the most in the valley?
Everywhere.
Yeah.
It can be even in front of that hill.
Okay. What do you mean it could be just right there? Erling's acting as if we're out here casually birdwatching. He's suspiciously calm as he informs me that it's likely we see a UFO in this very spot tonight. We decided we better set up our own camera equipment in case something amazing happens and we can capture it. Erling and Fred and some people are over at the cabin right now. It's the perfect night to see a UFO. We're looking for some very specific things. There are 4 types of lights that we're looking for. 1, a strong white or blue flash that can last for up to a few seconds. 2, a yellow or white ball of light that might stand still for minutes at a time. 3, a group of several lights together. And 4, daylight objects, meaning that it's super freaking bright. That sounds terrifying. We're gonna be here all night long. Isaac's got the camera set up over there. This is the perfect night for it. This is very professional. This is
HBO style stuff.
What you mean to say is this is the wrong lens to do this with?
No, we have all the best gear.
The reality is if a light's coming down here, we're gonna see it.
Yeah, so maybe we don't have the nicest cameras, but that's okay because Fred and Erling have state-of-the-art equipment to make sure that we don't miss a thing.
Dude, I'm dreaming of that moment.
There's only so many times that we can do this over and over and over again and it not happen. Like, it is going to happen. If there's a video that works, it's this one too, because Erling and Fred and everybody else we've met.
I believe there's a chance we see something tonight. I'm not just saying that. I actually believe. So we'll see.
It eventually got quite a bit darker, and I decided that I would take a walk with Erling in the valley to ask him a few more questions while we wait to see something.
You use a lot of science and logic to determine whether or not these lights are even real.
We have had, for instance, a radar, and we could follow it on the radar screen. And on one occasion, we was able to measure the speed, and the speed was 30,000 kilometers an hour.
That's fast.
That's, you cannot compare with any airplanes or...
Yeah, it's faster than what we can fathom.
Yeah. And no
Crazy,
sound.
no sound.
And right after hearing that, something crazy happened. The northern lights started to appear.
So the northern lights are out right now, and you were just saying that it's potentially, we might be a higher probability.
That's right. When it's northern light, it's normally magnetic activity also in the atmosphere.
Okay.
And it seems that whenever there is magnetic activity,
Yeah.
the probability to see the phenomena is much higher.
Okay.
Basically, what Erling is saying is that if the northern lights are visible, we have an even higher probability of seeing a UFO.
Before we were filming, I was standing out here, Erling. I was looking across the whole valley, and I was kind of looking this direction, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a light, but it looked like kind of like a ball, like a sphere, but it was very fast, and as I was turning my face, and it went away very quickly.
That is quite common because your side view are more sensitive to short flashes. So if you are looking straight to it, the duration of the flash is much less than a second. It's so short that you don't see it. So be aware, if you think you saw something flash there, take your camera.
Unfortunately, our cameras weren't able to capture the light that I saw, but maybe the professional ones did, and they'll be continuing to analyze through the night. Fred and Erling still have 24-hour surveillance of the valley, and they're capturing phenomenons every single week. Join their Discord to support their efforts and see what's happening in Hessdalen Valley.